saving the planet, protecting the environment is a matter of our survival. Yeah, because you see, when you go into the detailed science of the benefits of, for example, trees, the benefits of the wildlife, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the water bodies, now you end up confusing people. The simple way to put it is that we want to save the environment, we want to save the earth so that we can survive, so that our children can survive, so that the future generations can survive. Therefore, it is a matter of human survival that is motivating a debate to save the environment, to save the earth.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Jonathan Benaya podcast, a show that is wild, very wild. We try to put out a new episode every Sunday with discussions ranging around how to make the natural world a better place, creating awesome images, telling stories with words, wildlife films and photography, with occasional musings on sound and tech. I do share a lot of my own personal experiences, and from time to time, I'll have one or two guests on the podcast to share some insightful discussions. If you are fascinated about the natural world, especially natural history films and photography, environmental conservation, and African travel at large, this podcast will have you in a spin. So thank you so much for tuning in and enjoy your time here. This month, the World Wildlife Fund revealed in their latest Living Planet report that over 69% of global biodiversity has been on a continuous decline since 1970, with the biggest reductions being seen to happen in what we know to be the world's most biodiverse continents. The report shows a 94% biodiversity loss in South America, 66% reduction in Africa, and a 55% biodiversity loss in Asia Pacific. As we continue to vividly see and feel the adverse effects of climate change and biodiversity loss. This week, global leaders will gather again in Egypt for COP27, the 2022 United Nations Climate Change Conference. Now, in a world where conservation communications sound more like doomsday prophecies than they do about the positive strides made, how do we mobilize more funds? How can we create more awareness? And basically step up our support for the wilder things on Earth that need our voices the most? How can we raise more funds for conservation, and how do we ensure that these funds are spent for the right reasons to help support conservation efforts, especially locally? In an all-new episode coming to the podcast this Sunday, I speak to Hanji Bashir, who is the Communications Manager of Uganda Wildlife Authority. We will discuss this and several other matters, so be sure to tune in. The podcast is available on all major streaming platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Republic, Pocket Casts, and I believe this particular episode will also run on YouTube.